high-born, highly perceptive Paul and Jessica appear to be descendants of Paul's.
Bienvenidos de nuevo, no sé si está filmando esta cosa, pero vamos a ver. Regresamos a los trancazos en Icewind Dale en español. Y acabamos de comprar una armadura que la verdad no está tan buena, pero bueno, mejor tenerla que no tenerla. Hay muchísimo que podemos hacer aquí en este pueblo que no he hecho adrede, porque quiero estar un poco más alto de nivel. Ah, delicioso jugo de naranja. A ver, ya hicimos esa. Hasta aquí hay un anillo que hace falta. Hay que terminar esto. Hay que terminar esto de aquí.
Understood. Ready. I'm on it. Here.
Something amiss?
Yeah.
See?
The universe come home flush.
See?
Knowing how the clockwork had been set in motion.
¿Alguien subió de nivel? Ojalá que no tenga mucho poder.
Understood.
And redirect them away from the jihad. It is a delicate walk and what
God's crafty strength. Your work is this God's crafty strength. I'm listening.
Un poquito de daño todo el mundo anda, pero nadie nada más.
Can I help? I'll do my best.
How can I help? Onward.
2 years passed and what was going on with Jessica has become a spiritual leader, teaching them.
Le llevaré esto así, como 15 pesos. Un poco
Supongo que tengo algo de
Quesadas.
Sí, está bien, supongo.
They will learn what the Chinese big Stilgar every it is a legend. I must not die. Then it will be only legend and nothing to stop me. No matter its living danger, all feels that step from this path, lest the entire universe collapse around him. As long as he remains in his body, he lives. His human will can hold him properly. If he can see the future, then he can choose the correct path. This year's secondary spoiler warning. Specific events that will likely be the secondary movie. So if you don't want that spoiler warning, then you will unfortunately have skipped this piece. Paul manages to gain the trust and adoration of the Monitor and uses this power to structure rather than taking over.
Hello, hello.
He convinces the tribe leaders to swear fealty.
Hello, hello. Yes, hello. Hi.
Just like that.
How can I help
Yes,
you?
sir. Yes, sir. What is the protocol? What you will do you right now?
Is my voice available to you right now?
Sir, my voice is not breaking, right? My voice is clear.
Oh, I can hear you perfectly. Yes, I can hear you fine. How can I help you? What would you like to know?
What does my future hold, sir? Only question.
Okay, let's take a look. I'll pull a card for you. The card I pull out for you is. Hold on.
To be honest, on my face, nothing to worry. Be very practical and honest.
Okay, I just pulled out the Ten of Swords, which means betray. You've been betrayed by somebody. Somebody stabbed you in the back. I don't know who and I don't know why, but you've been stabbed in the back by somebody.
The Emperor arrives.
Not right now, maybe in the future, I guess.
Very short future, but would be happening very soon.
Sir, what does my profession hold? What would I be?
Your profession.
I'm a
Okay.
How does my future hold, sir?
I see the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups usually speaks of a young child, like a baby girl. So I see one of two things. You are working in reference to young children, or you're having a young girl. You're going to be a father this year.
Sir, I'm not married, sir.
Marriage has nothing to do with it. I don't believe you need to get married to be a father. I don't believe you need to get married to be a father, though.
That's not the question, sir, right? I can be one, but I'm not married, sir.
Okay. Well, I see. You asked about your job, about your profession, and I see the Ace of Cups, which is children.
Ready.
So I see you work with children. I see children involved in your life.
Okay, sir. Sir, secondly, what are political ideology, like politics and be a good
Let's see, a politician. Oh, death.
what can I be,
So,
sir?
no, I think politics for you would mean death. I think you would be dead if you became a politician. So I do not recommend politics for you. I pulled out the death card. You asked about politics, and I pulled out the death card. Very bad sign. Very bad sign. It means if I go into politics, I may die.
Okay, sir, I won't be in politics
I'll
then.
handle it.
Can I be hypothetical, sir?
Let's take a look. And the card that I pulled is the Ten of Cups. That is the best position for you. That is the happiest. The happiest thing you're going to make in life is your family. Because the Ten of Cups is also family. It's about being a father and a husband and, having a big family. But I also see it as a part of triumph and of happiness and of contentment. Being happy, doing what you're doing.
Okay, sir. And sir,
¿Qué
talking about
necesitas
marriage,
ahora?
sir, I'm not married yet. But how would my wife be? Would you like pull the card for that as well?
Nine of Cups. I think you're going to find an amazing woman. You're going to find this beautiful, absolutely wonderful marriage, and you're going to be very, very happy. Very, very happy man when you get married.
So the first card which you holded was of like a betrayal card. That was like a giving me an update. Like,
Yeah. Well, the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups in the marriage and in the future means contentment, means being happy, being at peace, being joyful, being happy.
so like you said that I'll be doing a betrayal and everything. That's the reason I'm asking you again.
Yeah. So what are you asking me again?
No worries.
That's would I have a betrayal with my wife or something like would she betray me or something like that or what?
Let's take a look.
Because the first card which was holding, you said that there was a lot of betrayal and everything.
Oh, betrayal. Right. Seven of Wands. All right. So the betrayal comes because you're going to be involved in a fight with more than one person. There'll be a group of people fighting. I don't know exactly what the fight is about, but I do know that there's a lot of different people involved, and you will be betrayed by someone that is supposed to be on your side is actually fighting for the other side. So it's like it's like two groups of people, and the person that betrays you is in one of the group is supposed to be in your group, but is actually working.
How would be my married life? So that's the only scenario right now which I'm
Your married life.
I'm not married right
Ace
now, sir.
Ace of Coins. So
I don't even have someone whom I'm supposed to get married. But sir, in case if I get married,
Estoy
sir,
listo para la aventura y lo
like
mostraré.
okay, I see the Ace of Coins. I see a very financially stable life when you're married. I see you very financially stable. I have an idea that you're going to have a wife that is going to have money.
be very apprehensive, but don't tell that like you should not be like very like positive and be with the answer is
Yeah.
To the butcher's
No,
bill.
you're doing very nice cards today. The guy before you, he had horrible cards. But your cards are actually looking pretty good. I think you're going to be very lucky in all those things. Yeah. It looks very fun.
like
Your wife will be very good, and you're going to have a beautiful relationship to her. And I see you very lucky. I see you're a very lucky guy. You know?
Me?
Not everybody's lucky in this world, and you are.
¿Sí?
You're a lucky guy.
Listo.
since I give me I was asking
Yeah.
like springs which could like
I'm on it.
garner for myself.
Like children?
Exactly, sir.
Okay, the first one is going to be a girl. So you're going to have
Exactly, I want that only, sir. Exactly.
the first child you will have will be a girl, and she will be the princess of coins, which means that she'll probably be very wealthy. She'll become wealthy in old age.
Alright, sir. And so, shall I like propose myself for an high court answer?
Let's take a look.
Like, this is not the answer. That's why
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hold on. Absolutely not.
Sir, for an high court at the age should be 45, sir. Just like an MLA.
Okay. Absolutely not. By no reason to propose to this person. I got the Nine of Swords, which is a very bad sign. Means a lot of fighting, a lot of anger, a lot of very unpleasant things happening.
No worries.
And
I'm very happy, sir. Yes.
your health. Nine of Coins, very expensive. I see you making a lot of expensive things for your health. Like your health is going to be very expensive to keep yourself healthy. Spend a lot of money on it.
what's the
I'm
like
listening.
that, right? The word in the future
I'm
maybe
on it.
like that.
Now, any discussion of
I mean, I see you spending money. 9 of coins. 9 of coins means you spend money.
None right now, but in the future maybe I have to like
many of the authors that
You know, maybe you find yourself in a very healthy space and you want to keep your food very good food, or you.
sir, what do you profess that how would my life be? It would be healthy or not, sir?
although the story
If you have a healthy life,
Until the day I die.
adventure
Could you tell me
King of
that?
Coins. I see you wealthy, but not healthy. I see you with health problems, but I do see you with wealth. And how old you will be when you die, I hate to answer that question, but I have to. 3. 3 and
Gillen's real story gets much better thematically with the emerging new wave of science
13.
fiction. New wave found
So 13
and Oxford and
is 4
and was headed by authors like
is
Thomas and Dish, James Ballard,
you will have your first death
among others.
around
New
40,
Wave was kind of
40
like
years of age.
young emo cousin
Sorry, sir.
of old
You will have your first death, where you'll go out of your body the first time when you're on 40.
inner space rather than outer space, and they just
Well, there is a 40.
Yeah.
Supermen and adventures that we would find in
That's my life,
sci-fi.
huh,
Their
sir?
sci-fi
What?
was
There is no 40.
Well,
serious socialist monster.
we have I don't know if you believe in the bardo. Have you heard about the bardo? It's when you understand that you're not your body or your mind. You go out of your body and you come back.
What would be the age when I'll be dying at the age of 40, right, sir?
I see 40 as your first death. Yeah.
Had all the trappings
So I'll be dying at 40, right?
Yeah.
sci-fi author. He was able to basically shrink down into publishing
Anything else, sir?
That's what I see. 40.
And especially later installments of the story would be
How old are you now?
Wave. In his book, The
I'm
Spice
not
Must Flow, which, for the record, was
I have 10 years.
Yeah. This look very good for you. Yeah. You know, it could be the bardo. That's a bardo question. Do you have a
What is a part of sir?
bardo? Is the space between life and death when you're neither living nor dead, but in judgment for your soul.
Sir, could you put the cards again? How much would I live?
Pull another card.
Put the cards again, sir. One more
Okay,
time.
6. I always pull 2 cards for this question. 6 and King. So 6 and King. 63 is the next one I get. 40 and 63 is the times that I see you dying.
Sterling E. Lanier was a
40
huge
and
fan
63.
of
So you have your first test at 40 years of age, in 10 years. And then you have your second test when you're 63.
primarily for publishing car repair manuals. He reached out to the literary agent after reading the world.
Yeah.
So I am very close to my death.
Huh?
So yes,
Well,
next time.
let me explain.
Name
Let
your
me explain.
task.
All right? Because that's a very nasty thing to tell you, but it's a very important that you
It's
understand.
fine, sir. It's fine. It's totally fine, sir.
Yes?
We are born to be rude.
Supongo que tengo algo de
Yeah,
tiempo
I
para
mean,
matar.
it's fine, but it's also not
Estoy
fine because
aquí.
there's a bardo. There's a moment of
Switch to it.
contact with the other side.
There it is.
And that's what I see for you. Bardo. So, okay. Bardo, Bardo, is a concept of the Tibetan Buddhists. Okay, this is from Tibetan Buddhism. And in Tibetan Buddhism, it says when you leave your body, your soul, your spirit goes into a bardo, which is a space that is neither living nor dead. It's a space where you are free from your body and your mind, but you are bound by your karma and your attachments to the world of living. So that's what I think death is all about, is the bardo. You go into the first bardo, you go to 40. So in 10 years, you will know what a bardo is because you will go through it.
Alright. So I'll be passing off on this.
You will know that you will understand that you're. Okay, here's the deal. You will understand that you're neither your body nor your mind. You will get to know what you really are, which is spirit. And that will happen in 10 years. Like clockwork.
Again, put it down for the last time.
Yeah, sure.
What would my life be?
Get
And
it.
how much life is mine in this earth?
The Wounded King. The Wounded King is the hangman. The hangman speaks about sacrifice. Sacrifice is what you are.
So I won't be living much, right?
I don't see it.
Fine, I continue my way, it's fine. I'm totally after. That's fine.
¿Qué necesitas ahora?
I mean, it's one path.
Even dealing up our ways, just the way the previous person was a horrible person, his cars were horrible. In the same way, maybe my cars are also horrible.
Right. It's not a nice thing to say to somebody, you know? It's, I mean, it's my job. It's what I do.
Last time, and check it again. How would my
Hold on, let me pull another card.
life be? When will I
8 and King. Okay, so I see 83. 83 years. So you have 63, 83, 63, and 40. So I see you have 3 different possibilities of dying. When you're 40, I see 3 of them. I see 3 possibilities. 40, 63, and 83. Those are your 3 different. That's what I'm telling you. 40, 63, or 83. So there are 3 different ways of ending your life. Yeah. One is as an old man. Yes, I mean, that's my job. That's what I do. You die as an old man, you die as a young man, or you die as a middle-aged man. 3 different possible deaths. And they all have to do with another man. So there's another man involved in your death. I want you to do that too. Because the 3 cards you pulled out of King. Whenever you want, I'm here. Take care. Bye-bye. Me choca cuando permiten a se van a morir. Una locura.
In order to keep other descendants alive, and this had was going to require he began to sacrifice to all.
I'll
He
handle
would
it.
make himself a villain, the figurehead of a genocide, a wrathful god. He has to lose his eyesight in a bomb strike, and his lover Judy must die while giving birth to their children. It is a crazy
Hello, how can I help you?
path, but it's the only way that goes forward, no matter how much he was
Yes.
from the moment she had him chosen. He felt himself hemmed in by the forces
Vale, no soy de nivel.
their fixed purposes demanded and controlled his course. Any delusions of evil he harbored now must be merely the prisoner battling his cage. His first lay in the sorrowful He saw it. In the end, Paul sets up Alibek as his third and his trouble to his empire. He starts to toil for them, and then he wanders off into the desert to island. He will not be found.
Seven of Swords is not a very good card. It means problems, conflicts, fighting.
His sister observes that Paul's own death is his satisfaction.
So this person's feelings for you is anger.
Paul's entire life
Anger, conflict, fighting.
At last, he was free of it. He chose this. Understandably, John W. Campbell was not particularly thrilled with the way I came across his death. Herbert had entirely dismantled his precious Superman, showing how all of his fans, even a Quisatara, must fundamentally be human. The most important thing to me about Dune Messiah is that it sets in stone the themes that Dune merely suggested. If you have a conversation with anyone about political interpretations of the first Dune, those interpretations are all over the place. But if you bring up Dune Messiah, it's a checkmate. Messiah blatantly says that our obsession with the hero's journey might be horrible and possibly destructive. The funny thing about Messiah's less than stellar reception in 1965 is that it means that the book worked. It was supposed to set people on edge, to make them see the tropes and the constructions from the first novel in an entirely different light. It was meant to take people like John Campbell by the throat and say, look what we've done. Although the serialized version of Messiah wasn't published in John Campbell's analog, it found its home in a different magazine. And the 70s ended up being a great decade for Dune. The story was everywhere, being used as a textbook for courses on college campuses. Every aspect of its religion, politics, and college.
Es lo que se llama multitasking. Estoy jugando un videojuego, leyendo cartas y mirando una película.
Passing from hand to hand throughout the decade. One of the most famous attempts was in 1974 with avant-garde director Alejandro Jodorowsky. Jodorowsky's treatment of the story has been.
He wants to fight. He wants to be angry. He wants to hurt you. Get away from this person. This person is pure poison for you.
They were eating through their pretty small budget, and the script was allegedly.
I pulled out the Five of Wands, which is fighting, anger, dark emotions, Kali stuff.
Other attempts to create a Dune movie, this would spark the fire for other classic sci-fi movies, such as Ridley Scott's Alien. The popularity of Dune in the 70s would also give birth to a much larger beast. In 1977, instant classic Star Wars. Star Wars was frankly shocking Dune to the point where I proudly do a full video to cover them all. And on second thought, I will do that video eventually. You have the desert planet, teenage Superman, chosen one, the order of mysterious magic users. Star Wars even has a drug that they call spice. And although some people would call Star Wars a ripoff of Dune, it's probably more accurately termed.
Four of Swords, because he's tired. He's very tired of you. He's very angry and tired with you. He doesn't love you anymore. Get away from him. This is not the guy for you. This is a bad, bad dude who doesn't need to be with you.
Especially at the time of Dune seeing mainstream popularity, means that Dune and Star Wars Brian observes that this is
Something amiss?
Dune
Well and good.
was released in 1970. Star Wars. Star Wars. Dune's mainstream success is largely due to the series. I won't summarize the full book for the sake of it myself. But it expands a lot of the plot threads and a lot of those over it explores the was one of the wonder on the idea of as opposed to the science selling over 100,000 copies in the first 2 months of its release. And if you haven't read Children of Dune, and you've only read Dune and Dune Messiah, I cannot recommend it enough. Children of Dune, at least at the time.
Okay, when I get such bad cards for a guy, what I have to tell you is you have to run away from him. You have to get him away from you. You have to stay away from him. Don't talk to him. Just run. Hide under the bed.
So These three books would cement the reputation of Dune as something that is classic sci-fi and
Agreed.
also completely genre-shattering. Frank Herbert would continue on his story, going in some frankly bizarre directions, including this, Brian Herbert, further after his death, but I'm not going to talk about those because A, I haven't read them, and B, this would be a fable too good to digest. Dune had an iron grip on pop culture, and the widespread popularity of Dune adjacent media like Star Wars only accelerated it. It flourished as something that felt underground, but was also very mainstream. In all of pop culture, the most popular, supposedly hip-hop, and completely speculative this reputation was aided by the fact that nearly everybody who enjoyed this music popular, mainstream, widely appreciated film adaptation of Dune.
Perhaps
And
you should
trust me,
consider
it was
getting the
not
police
far from a
involved
strike. As I said
and
before,
making
in the
sure that he
70s, we
can't
had a
come
couple
near
of
you because he
attempts,
wants to
but
hurt
the
you.
most infamous effort would come in 1984 with David Lynch. This movie, unlike its predecessors, actually did get made and released, but
Why is that
I'm not
important?
really sure if
Is what
that's
are you going to do about it?
for it or
And what
against
you have
it.
to do
This
about it is you have to,
so
maybe the authorities
so
involved.
bizarre that even its director, David Lynch, disavows it these days. I'll be honest, I see why.
Sweet with the dead. What now?
However, despite all of its
Speak your
weirdness,
mind.
which is definitely there, the 1984 Dune does have some
All
good
right.
things going for it.
Here
But
I
I'm not
come.
just
Name your
And the
taste.
hells come with
the
me.
script really twisted 1984.
Estoy listo para la aventura y lo
It
mostraré.
stars a young Paul
Sí.
McLaughlin who's quite brings a lot of youth and vigor to the role,
Muy
and
fácil.
it's okay
Bueno,
bizarre
parece que
elements.
voy a
So
tener que seguir
violent
haciendo
and
muchas
goofy
patadas.
stuff that is in this movie. It is really fun. It's just to see it.
What is most important here, dear, is for you to be safe. And this guy is poison. He is evil incarnate. He is the Dajjal. He's the devil. He's bad news. So you have to protect yourself. Right? Just protect yourself. Be safe.
That would never really find commercial mainstream success. It wasn't until Dune Numbers 24 and 24 Dune entries that we would see another real high-budget
Hey?
franchise attempt. And although at the time of this recording, the second one
Done.
has I'm actually seeing the second one tonight. Things are looking pretty good. Denis Villeneuve's version captures the more epic, esoteric element of the original story, and if it continues on the trajectory it's on, this could very well launch a Dune renaissance. And this is certainly important because Dune is more important
Orders?
today than it's ever been. I mean, today's audiences are primed for
Ma'am,
dense, long-form sci-fi more than they ever have been before. The Lord of the Rings,
¿qué pasó,
Game of
bebé?
Thrones, Star Wars, and its
¿Qué
billion
pasa?
spin-offs have prepared us to accept
Aquí estamos, bebés.
long form, decade spanning sagas. And yet, even in those circles, Dune is quite special. Compared to so much of today's rapid fire, cotton candy entertainment, Dune is a three-course meal. It's maybe a little puffed through sometimes comparatively, but it is hugely nutritional. Its firm stance against artificial intelligence
Negative one.
is
She's
more
not dating
relevant
anybody.
now than
He's
it ever
alone.
was.
He's stalking you.
Its warnings against the whims of charismatic leaders, its firm stance against artificial intelligence and thinking machines make it more pertinent now than it was at the time of its writing. In an increasingly secular world, Dune reminds us that religion is important, it's something that humankind will always be drawn back to time and time again. Part of the human experience. After seeing more and more the way man inflicts himself upon his environment, works like Dune, which shows us the consequences of our actions in altering the color, could not be more relevant. Dune is, in its own special way, really perfect form of fiction. Isaac Asimov defines science fiction as that branch of literature which deals with the reaction of human beings to changes in science and technology. But in Dune, Herbert reminds us that no matter the changes, no matter how far we reach into the future, no matter what planets become, human beings will still
letting a man hurt you
beautifully
in the year 2024 is just foolish. It's very foolish of you. If we were living maybe in the Middle Ages, maybe. But we're not in the Middle Ages. We're in the modern world where women have rights and women have to be wise.
They cannot be fled from. The problems of the future are the problems of today. And if we don't learn how to deal with them now, we will face them again and again and again. Man will never become a machine, and we will be very well served in remembering that. Who matters? Because somehow, inexplicably, this curious story of a boy and his desert planet has managed to weave itself into every aspect of our pop culture. It acts as a proving ground, a place to test the limits of the human experience, both alien and wholly familiar. We see the patterns of humanity echoing across our present and our future, pulled together by compelling characters and a world that's just frankly quite fun. As I've been preparing for this video, one of the things that has delighted me the most has been pausing my Dune audiobook in the middle of the workday and saying out loud to my coworkers just some of the strange, esoteric things that happen in these books. Oh, I forgot that these twins turn into their parents and have romantic conversations embodying their parents, I'll muse. Or, oh dear, he put on the worm suit and became God. Without fail, it'll start a conversation, and usually a pretty deep one, whether it's talking about familial generational trauma, or the delicate balance of ecological systems, or the precise semantics of what it means to be a god. Through its remarkable universality, its combination of gut-wrenching themes and rollicking adventure, Dune has managed to make its way into
I'm here whenever you need me.
whether or not we're aware
Be
of
safe.
it. Ryan Britt observes that if Dune does one thing remarkably well, it's that it makes the shape of our lives seem like the opposite of an accident. This is certainly true for me as I look back. Like I said before, my dad has always been a huge Dune fan. He never read it to me when I was a kid because that would be a lot, but his love for it transferred to me by osmosis. He would tell me stories about how he and his childhood friends would put sleeping bags on backwards over their heads and pretend to be sandworms. He was stationed overseas in Iraq when I was a kid, and his postcards and phone calls from the desert left me with a sort of mystic appreciation of it as a far-off ideal. Throughout my life, he's fed me bits and pieces of Dune's complex, interlaced religion and philosophy and ecology. It's not incidental that Dune is not just of the Shire, but Jessica. And if you ask my parents, they'll tell you that they got the name from a military landing zone or from the Merchant of Venice, but I will not be convinced. A bit like Paul, the cyclical, beautiful story of Noah and his doomed planet is written into the pattern of my life. Even if I only read the book 25 years after my parents chose the name Jessica for me, Dune will never not matter, because in a very special way that only very good sci-fi is capable of, it uses the absurd, the far-off, the bizarre, the future, to show us that humans
kindly accept the chat request from Master Contact. This is an automated call to alert you.
Boy howdy, I will be doing more Dune videos in the future because I have pages of notes in my hard drive and way more floating around in my head, and it's all going to have to go somewhere eventually. I'll be spacing it out, of course, with my usual content, with Tolkien and storytelling, but, stay tuned for that. Next week, if I don't end up taking a break week, which is kind of up in the air.
Hey, how can I help you?
And Dune, and hypothesizing on why Tolkien didn't like Dune. So be sure to subscribe if you want to catch that video. I'm going to give another quick shout out to this book, The Spice Must Flow, Ryan Britt. It is a beautifully researched, thorough look at Dune's journey through pop culture, and it just came out this year, so it's super up to date. It has interviews with a bunch of really cool people, including Cameron and Timothy Chalamet. So if you learned anything from this video, I swear you will learn way more from this book. Please do check it out. In the comments below, let me know what your experiences have been with Dune, how it's interacted with your life, and if you go see Dune 2 this weekend, please let me know what you think. I'll be sharing my own thoughts, maybe a little bit in the replies to comments here, but I'll also probably do a write-up or a short bonus video on my Patreon, so if you're interested, go ahead and check out my description. This video has been a long time coming, ever since I put this copy of Dune behind me, which now that I'm realizing it, this is the 2-year anniversary of my channel, so I guess that's really good too. The more videos output this month is a relief, and it's very exciting for me because, you know, this direction of exploring more stories is where I want to take this channel. So I really hope you guys enjoy this one, even if it's outside of the usual frame. If you have a second, give this one a like, check out, and subscribe. I'm going to stick around a little bit more. Thank you all, as always, for joining me. And even if we're talking about nothing, I still feel justified in wishing you a happy holiday.
Yeah, it's going to be very successful. I got the Ace of Wands, which means this year. You must do it this year. This is the year for your hotel.
Jon Snow is a fantasy hero. He goes on adventures, falls in love, and fights to save the realm. As a bastard, Jon feels rejected, so he searches for family and identity, and he struggles to do the right thing in a morally complicated world. The first 3 seasons of the Game of
I'm
Thrones
listening.
TV show are a pretty close adaptation
I'm on it.
of the books. But in the later seasons, TV Jon is a very different character to book Jon. TV Jon is a badass warrior who fights lots of bad guys. He's described as brave but stupid because he takes dumb risks. He's not good at politics because he's so stubbornly honest. Actor Kit Harington says that Jon is not able to lie. TV Jon only wants to do the right thing. He doesn't want power or to be a king. He says,
Anything else I can help you with?
Ready. I'll handle it.
Vida nocturna Clip. Llegaron los descuentos más irresistibles, solo por 48 pesos. Los tipos de armas son ocultos, pero para no todos los machos son 49 pesos. Eso es
Understood.
Si usted está buscando una residencia permanente para los Estados Unidos y es profesional en las áreas de ciencia, tecnología, ingeniería o matemáticas, quédese atento el día de hoy porque vamos a compartir noticias muy interesantes de cosas de la administración del presidente de la Sí.
Últimamente he estado recibiendo muchos relatos que de una u otra manera tienen que ver con la religión, pero con un giro distinto. A veces, el giro de la anécdota puede ser macabro, como la historia de Luna, que les conté la semana pasada, en la cual una poderosa entidad demoníaca se hizo presente a través de un cuadro de la Virgen e incluso se hizo presente en el interior de una iglesia, donde se supone que no tendría ningún poder este tipo de entidades oscuras. Y en otras anécdotas compartidas,
Six of Swords means conflict, problems,
estos tienen encuentros
anger, enemies. So absolutely not. Stay where you are, do what you're doing, do not go into politics right now.
También parecieran estar relacionadas con vida extraterrestre. Tal fue el caso de mi suscriptor chileno, de quien hace unas semanas te narré el encuentro que tuvo con un platillo volador, pero que de cierta forma este suscriptor sabía que lo que fuera que viajaba a bordo de esta aeronave circular y le habló de manera telepática era lo que la humanidad denomina como Dios. En la historia de este suscriptor chileno, fue receptor de un mensaje de amor y de aceptación que le fue hecho llegar por la entidad que iba a bordo de aquel objeto volador no identificado que lanzó varios metros sobre el suelo, haciéndolo levitar. Un mensaje que para este suscriptor no podía ser enviado por nadie más que no fuera aquello que nosotros, las personas, denominamos Dios. Pues un caso similar es el enviado por un suscriptor de Perú que había pedido quedarme en el anonimato y que fue contactado por el arcángel. Pero este no era un ser hermoso y andrógino, de cabello rubio, toda blanca y grandes alas de color blanco, como lo pintan las obras de arte renacentistas, sino que este arcángel se veía diferente. Y sin embargo, el mensaje de amor y fe que dio a este hombre de Perú no difiere mucho de las enseñanzas de las religiones prácticas. No es un secreto para los que llevan tiempo de la audiencia que yo no soy católico y profeso una religión y tampoco creo en Dios como lo critica. Tampoco creo en Satanás ni en el diablo ni en los demonios que nos son ocultados en la religión. Sin embargo, creo que en algún momento de la historia de la humanidad, o quizá en varios momentos de la civilización humana, hemos sido visitados y contactados por seres provenientes de otros sitios. Otro mundo, otra galaxia, otra dimensión, no lo sé, pero vienen de un sitio más allá de nuestra Tierra, estos seres, y más allá de nuestro entendimiento. Seres superiores a nosotros en todos los sentidos: físico, mental, intelectual, tecnológico y espiritual. Seres que parecen tener un interés en nuestro bienestar por alguna razón y que nos han ayudado en distintos momentos, ya sea a través de enseñanzas espirituales o incluso a través de una ayuda física, como narran las religiones y mitologías de todo el mundo desde hace milenios. Estos seres, según estas religiones de todo el mundo, de todos los periodos históricos, incluso en las religiones modernas, provenían de otra parte, casi siempre de las estrellas o del cielo. Así que, ¿qué tal que esos seres de los que hablaban las religiones antiguas y también las religiones modernas no eran dioses, sino seres mortales, pero mucho más avanzados que nosotros, que han intentado ayudarnos desde hace milenios a progresar? Y si bien estos seres eran mortales, simplemente provenientes de otro sitio en el universo, pero aunque no fueran dioses, nuestros cerebros de seres humanos solo podrían verlos como tales. Por eso inventamos a Jesucristo, a Buda y demás dioses de panteones mitológicos de otras partes del mundo, de otras épocas, para intentar comprender algo que nos supera. Pues estaríamos intentando comprender a seres de otra galaxia, de otro mundo, de otro universo, de otra dimensión. Como no sabemos comprender esto, no tenemos este concepto claro, porque nosotros no podemos viajar a través de dimensiones ni a través de galaxias y universos. Por eso el ser humano inventó a los dioses: a Jesucristo, a Buda, a Alá, a Odín, a Zeus, a Quetzalcóatl, al que tú quieras. Son invenciones del hombre, caricaturas, como decía Elena Blavatsky, hechas a nuestra imagen y semejanza para intentar comprender a estos seres superiores, pero mortales. Individuos del mundo de otro sitio del universo, pero eso sí, más avanzados que nosotros en todo. La pregunta realmente interesante sería: ¿de dónde vienen en realidad estos seres extraterrestres que el ser humano erróneamente ha denominado dioses y ángeles, inventándoles nombres propios? ¿Y por qué parecerían tener interés en ayudarnos? ¿Tendrán estos seres alguna conexión genética con nosotros? Observes, te doy la bienvenida a esto que es el reino de Dios. Comencemos.
haré.
Name your task.
Fly to the moon y que gobiernan los objetos estás ahí. Sin lugar y bien, sin estar discutiendo, esta
Eso estuvo difícil. Era una sombra mayor y solo
I'll handle it.
el único que podía pegarle era este cuate con una daga +1. Eso estuvo feo.
I'm listening. All right.
Pero ganamos.
Comencemos así con el relato de este suscriptor a quien nos referiremos únicamente por su primer nombre,
Your point.
que es Daniel, para mantener así su anonimato, ya que es importante conocer su nombre para comprender el contexto completo de esta historia. Esta es su experiencia. Elabora el en primera persona y desde su perspectiva. Así que ponte cómodo, ponte cómoda y colócate los audífonos para escuchar esta historia real.
Done.
Hola, soy Daniel. Soy un suscriptor que lleva ya tiempo viendo tus videos y me alegra mucho que le pongas empeño y fe a las historias que te transmiten. Hoy quisiera contarte algo que me pasó a mí,
Aquí,
que
creo.
si bien es cierto, me gustaría permanecer en el anonimato, por favor. Antes de entrar de lleno a mi relato, quisiera entrar un poco en contexto del por qué me ocurrió esto específicamente a mí. Quiero aclarar que lo que voy a contar me pasó hace como 3 o 4 años aproximadamente, antes de que yo leyera algo similar o al respecto en internet. Algo que cada día que pasa confirmo más y más, y me hace saltar de alegría el saber que mi experiencia sí fue real. Mi nombre es Daniel. Nací un 6 de septiembre de 1994 bajo el signo zodiacal de Virgo, de nacionalidad peruana. Nací en un hospital de la Marina de Guerra del Perú. Allí tuve complicaciones al nacer. Una de estas complicaciones fue que nací con el cordón umbilical enredado alrededor de mi cuello. Mi madre fue llevada de urgencia a cesárea y yo sufrí aproximadamente de 3 a 4 minutos de asfixia. Y a pesar de esto, logré vivir. Lastimosamente, esta asfixia trajo consecuencias, las cuales fueron que nací con deficiencia en el reconocimiento de los nervios de mis manos y pies, por lo que, en resumen, no podía caminar ni gatear. Mi nombre fue puesto por las enfermeras del pabellón del UCI para niños recién nacidos, debido a que el porcentaje de mis probabilidades de sobrevivir eran muy bajas. Y el nombre Daniel me lo pusieron por las ganas de aferrarme a la vida que mostré, así como cuando el profeta Daniel se aferró a Dios en el pozo lleno de leones. Fue un caso que la junta directiva del hospital dio por perdido, y a pesar de que mis padres hicieron varios intentos para poder llevar un tratamiento, los doctores lo negaron. La esperanza de mis padres era tanta, y la fe de mi madre lo era aún más, que me llevó a varios programas de televisión y caridad como el Tele.
Bueno, ya llegamos hasta aquí vamos a dejar.
Programas donde los médicos a cargo dieron mi caso como perdido, al igual que habían hecho los doctores del hospital en donde nací. No obstante, estos minutos de asfixia que sufrí al nacer no solo afectaron mis nervios, sino que provocaron que en años posteriores tuviera una ola de visiones que más adelante aprendí a convivir con ellas.
Gracias por
estas visiones